Elizabeth Mckenzie Casper. The day of our wedding is finally here. I could not be more excited to further strengthen the bond we share by committing to each other through marriage.
Michael, I tried to think of the exact moment that I realized I fell in love with you. That aha moment that everyone talks about, but I realized I don't remember a time where I didn't love you. The first day I met you felt like I met someone I had known and been looking for my whole life.
Everyone, please be seated. Dearly beloved, we're assembled in the love of family and friends and surrounded by the beauty of nature to witness and bless the joining together of this man, Michael William Malone, and this woman, Elizabeth Mckenzie Casper, in matrimony. Together, this is a group of the most important people in their lives, and they've brought you all here to publicly recognize that all of you have played some special part in the love they share today. Marriage embodies all of our highest virtues, and we enter it joyfully in the certain knowledge that nothing is of greater importance than love. Now, this is a love story that began the traditional way, on the internet. This beautiful couple didn't get here all by themselves. They've been loved and cared for by all of you, their families and their friends, depending upon you for support, knowledge, guidance, friendship, and love. Without all of you, this day simply would not have been possible. From this day forward, they're going to need your support, maybe in different ways, but they're still going to depend upon all of you. Who stands with this woman today as she chooses to join her fate with this man's fate?
Her mother and I.
Perfectly done, sir.
Love you.
You look absolutely radiant today. I mean, you look nice too, you understand. But
I'm all right.
you look like you're going to tear up there for a moment, but I'm prepared if you need anything, okay? Now, this question is for anyone who played a role in raising these two. As children grow up, find spouses, and form the homes of the next generation, each family is enlarged and improved. Do you who have nurtured these two give your blessing to their union and their home?
We do.
That sounded pretty unanimous. I think we're safe to proceed. Now, Mike and Mckenzie, the two of you have chosen to wear rings as reminders of the vows that you're about to make to each other. And of course, later in the ceremony, you'll be exchanging those rings, but right now I'd like to invite everyone to take part in something you may have never encountered before, the warming of the rings. Do you have the rings, sir? Who's got the rings? Good, excellent. They're already out in the audience. As this little box makes its way through all of you assembled, don't open it. Whatever you do, don't open it. But take a moment to hold it, warm it with your love, and silently make a wish or ask a blessing for this couple and their future together. After the rings have made their way through all of you assembled, they're going to symbolically contain all of your love and support for their union to help keep it strong and vital and joyful through all the tomorrows yet to come. Again, Mike and Mckenzie wanted me to thank all of you for being here and to recognize how tremendously important each and every one of you are to their relationship. They'd also like to remember all those who are not present, as they're certainly missed and not forgotten on this day of celebration. Neither time, nor distance, nor circumstance can truly separate us from those we cherish in our hearts, and joyful occasions like this should only serve to strengthen that love and brighten happy memories. A wedding is the culmination of so much planning and hard work, but really it's just the start, the beginning of so much more. Mike and Mckenzie marriage will build upon the love you two already share, giving it permanence and structure and strength. Marriage is a way to tell each other that no matter what, the two of you are in this together forevermore. And that is an incredible commitment for two people to freely make to each other. Life is bestowed on each of us as individuals, and yet somehow we've all got to learn to live together. Love is given to us by our family and our friends. Thus, each of us learns to love by first being loved. Learning to love and learning to live together are life's greatest challenges and will be the shared ongoing goal of your married life. The most important lesson I've ever learned is that love is never just a feeling. Much more importantly, love is doing. And so I'm going to ask you two to accept your marriage as a work in progress that's going to hereafter consume your attention and yet never be fully completed. A lifelong love requires a lifetime of hard work. But the good news I bring is that it is a joyous labor whose fruits are the very, very richest. The road that brought the two of you to this spot here today has not always been easy, because true love never is. That road may have had some obstacles you weren't necessarily prepared for. But together, the two of you have taken on each and every challenge and then used those experiences to strengthen your love. May it ever be so. And that road goes on from here as a vast and unknown future stretches out before the two of you. That future, with all of its hopes and its disappointments, its joys and its sorrows, well, that's hidden from us all. But it's a great tribute to your belief in each other, your confidence in each other, that the two of you are willing to face all of life's uncertainties united, together. Now, just like two threads that are woven in opposite directions will, over time, make a beautiful pattern, so too your two different lives, when merged together, are going to make a beautiful marriage. But, of course, that pattern won't just automatically weave itself. That part's going to be up to the two of you. As your lives continue to interweave together, remember always that it was love that brought you through everything to this spot here today. It's love that will make your union filled with smiles and prosperity. And it is love that will cause your union to endure. May this pure, simple love you share as you join hearts and hands this day never falter or fail, but only grow deeper and stronger and surer with every passing year the two of you enjoy together. A couple of embarrassing questions, but I think you're going to do just fine. Do you, Mike, promise Mckenzie to be her lover and her friend, her partner in marriage, her companion in adversity, her ally in conflict, her greatest fan and her toughest adversary, her comrade in adventure, her consolation in disappointment, and her accomplice in mischief? Do you declare that she is your love and your life today and always?
I do.
Good answer. Do you, Mckenzie, take Mike to be your husband, your partner in life, and your one true love? Do you pledge to cherish your friendship and love him today, tomorrow, and forever? Do you vow to trust him and honor him, to laugh with him and cry with him? Do you swear to love him faithfully, through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy, promising that whatever may come, you will always be there? Do you accept the covenant that as you have given him your hands to hold, so too you give him your life to keep?
I do.
Beautiful. Perfect. Well done, y'all. May I have the rings, please? Right on time. Thank you. This is beautiful. Well, I could keep it. My daughter would love it, but I'm going to give it back to you. Now, in many ceremonies I've performed over the years, I've talked about how the wedding bands are perfect circles that symbolize no beginning and no end. That is certainly a beautiful metaphor, but in fact, these rings did have a beginning. They began as raw materials deep in the earth. And the metal ore was mined and then smelted in a furnace of thousands of degrees to purify it. and then it was molded and shaped and painstakingly polished, and then lovingly decorated with jewels also from within the earth. What the heck is this anyway? I'm not a gemologist. It's very pretty, whatever it is, gorgeous. These rings are something magical, something extraordinary, created from ordinary raw materials. Well, love is a lot like that because it comes from the humblest of beginnings and transforms two people who meet as strangers into something wonderful and glorious together. As you look at your rings over all your tomorrows yet to come, I hope you're always going to remember that amazing transformative power of love. May your rings serve not as locks binding the two of you together, but instead as keys, unlocking the secrets of your hearts for each other to know. May these rings remain shining and strong signs of the vows you've made to each other. Oh, Mike, I'm going to ask you to take this beautiful and delicate ring and place it on her beautiful and delicate hand. Turn a little bit for the camera, please. Thank you. There you go. Look into her eyes. Mike, do you give Mckenzie this ring as a pledge and symbol of your abiding love and faithfulness? Do you ask that as she accepts this ring, she also accepts your heart?
I do.
Mckenzie, I want you to take this strong and manly ring and put it on his strong and manly hand. See, that wasn't in the script. Okay, you read over it yesterday, but no, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Now, Mckenzie, do you give Mike this ring as a pledge and symbol of your abiding love and faithfulness? Do you ask that as he accepts this ring, he also accepts your heart?
I do.
Perfect. Mike and Mckenzie, today the two of you are making a commitment to share the rest of your lives with each other and to honor each other. And this new dedication of yours will be symbolized by the planting of a new tree, a camellia. So to symbolize the roots of your relationship, the nourishing of your bonds, and the continued growth of your love, as you become one this day, I invite you to step back and work on that tree a little bit. To begin with, let's first establish a firm foundation for this new camellia tree. As plants need soil, so too love gives us all a firm and fertile base from which to grow and learn and change. Love is the essence of human experience and emotion, the root of everything good that we do. It nourishes us and fills our lives with meaning. And they're putting soil in that pot to represent all that. Let your relationship and your love for each other be like this tree you're planting today. Let the camellia grow strong. Let it stand firm against the elements and come through unscathed. Like this tree, your marriage also needs to be resilient. It's got to weather the challenges of daily life and the passage of time. And like the tree you're planting, marriage requires current nurturing as well, constant feeding. Mike and Mckenzie, would you please water your camellia? That is a mighty fancy watering can, I gotta say. Always remember to nourish each other with words of encouragement, trust, and love. This is needed on a daily basis so that your tree can grow and reach its fullest potential. As we contemplate how green and growing things add so much to our lives and how they adapt through the seasons in order to continue to thrive and develop, we see how this applies to a marriage as well. Mckenzie and Mike, a faithful marriage endures all the changes of the seasons, responding to the trials in darkness with trust and assurance and the full knowledge that a new season, a brighter season is coming, where growth and fruitfulness rejoices in the light. The union between Mike and Mckenzie touches each one of us gathered here. A new family is established in our midst, and we celebrate it. I invite all of you to show your support for them by loudly, and I do mean loudly, responding, "We do," after the following questions. Do you who are family and friends of this couple affirm your ongoing love and support for them as they grow in their marriage? And do you promise to offer them the very best of your care and counsel in their times of struggle, as well as your celebration with them in their times of joy?
We do.
Thank you for loud enough, sir. I'm going to have to ask him to do a do-over, so thank you for that. Mike and Mckenzie, as the two of you begin this journey down the road of a life as a married couple, none of us gathered here knows what lies ahead for you, but we certainly are all united in our steadfast hope that you'll be able to make the best of whatever should come your way. May you continue to enjoy each other as you did when you first fell in love. May you always remember that neither anyone nor anything is perfect, including each other. May you respect one another's likes and dislikes, opinions and beliefs, hopes and dreams and fears, even though you may not always understand them. May your marriage be filled to overflowing with all of the joys a marriage should have. May your marriage also be filled to overflowing with understanding, forgiveness, and patience, for without these you can't be sure of all the joys that you would seek. May you always share abundant big dreams, but may you always find delight and wonder in the little things of life as well. May your lives always be filled with happiness, gained in making each other happy. May your lives always be filled with love, found in loving each other. Mike and Mckenzie, you have expressed your love to each other through all the commitment and promises you've just made. It is with all of these in mind and by the authority vested in me by the great and sovereign state of North Carolina, getting kind of excited there, I notice, that I now have the honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Now, the two of you have kissed 1,000 times. I'm sure more than that. But now the feeling's new. No longer simply partners and best friends. The two of you have become husband and wife. And you can now seal your agreement with a kiss, because today your kiss is a promise that can be strengthened and renewed with each and every kiss that is yet to come. Mike, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great privilege and pleasure to be able to present to you all, for the very first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Malone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for being here. All family members know to gather. You've already been notified to gather for photos. For the rest of you, I'm going to ask you to go to the opposite side of the house for the cocktail hour. By the power vested in me by the State Alcoholic Beverages Commission, I now declare the bar open. Blessings to you all. Go in peace, go in joy, and go in love.